everybody. Stephen Key here, and I have a special guest, Michael Weinstein. He's looking for ideas from you, and he's with Allstar products. You guys, you know the products. They're huge. They're everywhere. Michael, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. Love it.
Now, you know what's really great? Everybody knows your products, and we'll talk about them in just a minute. But you're looking for ideas, right? From people like us?
That's what makes the magic. We're looking for creative, crazy people like myself, like you. We need more.
All right. Well, you're going to find a lot here. But before we jump in, tell us a little bit about Allstar products and a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So Allstar products, we've been around for about 20 years. Started out as sports memorabilia and collectibles, and then slowly started dabbling into the TV space with some general merchandise, and then got super lucky, as you know, and had a huge home run with our Snuggie blanket, which now 10 years later is still selling and has become, I think, a household name.
Now, there's the Snuggie, the blanket that has sleeves. The Snuggie keeps you totally warm and gives you the freedom to use your hands.
Introducing Magic Mesh, the new type of screen door that opens easily and then magically closes itself behind you.
Introducing Wonder Wallet, the first woman's wallet that's twice as thin as other wallets but holds twice as much.
Is Calming Comfort by Sharper Image, the luxurious weighted blanket that helps you relax so you can fall asleep and stay asleep naturally.
And as in addition to that, we've also been really expanding. You know, if you asked me a few years ago, I would have said we're an as seen on TV company. Now I would say we're a performance-driven advertising company. We're advertising in every channel. We're where the consumer is now shopping. We're providing them with experiences that they're used to seeing and that they want to see. So it's really evolved. So that's where we are as a company at the moment. And as me personally, yes, so I started out as a software developer. I ran a software company for 20 years. That was my original background. That kind of evolved into internet marketing. And then from there, I really fell in love with products and started selling products all over the internet and on TV. I was one of 4 people that came up with the idea to sell the Obama coin, which was just a massive hit back in 2008. We timed that perfectly. Came up with the idea about a week before the election, and it went mayhem, so that was amazing. And since then, yeah, I have my own number of inventions, have been helping market products for inventors through Allstar. And then for fun, when I'm not creating products or helping inventors with products, I'm creating music, selling or performing with artists all over the world, play piano, so I've been doing that forever.
No, I saw some of those videos you posted. You were really good. You're a great musician. I was blown away.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll have to get you to a show one day.
Well, you're a very talented guy. Okay, let's jump in. Inventors. We're always kind of wondering about the submission process. And so I guess the first question, you've got a very easy portal for people to submit. So how does that all work? Because you've got a great reputation. You actually get back to people quickly. So how does that process work?
Yeah, so, I mean, ideas come from everywhere. You know that. Yes, we have a submission process. It's actually probably best, and I'm more than happy to do this for you, to off my own personal email address for people to reach out to me. I think that would actually help keep it nice and streamlined and smooth for everyone. So I'm more than happy to do that. So ideas, they're coming through conversation. Sometimes I'm at a bar and I find out the person sitting next to me has the greatest idea. You just never know. But that's how it works. We then meet as a team, kind of just have an initial pass and a discussion. Obviously, there are some inventions that are terrific, but might not be right for, mass market, direct response, we'll say. But beyond that, yeah, we have an online testing vetting process that we do that we've been honing in for years. And then after that, pending the response, it could either move to television, move to digital avenues, Amazon, and so forth. So there's a lot of steps. We keep the inventors posted almost daily if needed, every step of the way.
Because we're a very impatient group, right? And so is it typical to wait a week, 2 weeks? What's the typical time that we'll hear back? Because I know you get back real quick at the very beginning, but once you get it, you look at it, what can we expect to hear back?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the item and what stage. We have inventors that come to us with products that are actually fully manufactured, and some have even been selling them for a while. And that's going to be different than something that's more of kind of a rough prototype, super early stage. But in general, we're looking at a week to 2 weeks for us to get an initial pulse. I'll get back to someone within usually 24 hours. But from that point forward, usually we need a couple weeks to kind of, again, see if it's going to fit our initial what we're looking for. Do we think it has mass potential? Is it solving a problem? Is it easily explainable? Those kinds of things. And then after a couple of weeks of an initial pulse, and it makes it to the next stage, and we start our digital vetting process. That could be about 4 weeks. But again, I'm always available to give people statuses throughout as often as needed, because I can respect, where people are coming from. I've been on that side as well.
So let's talk about, what do I need? Do I need a patent? Do I need a prototype? Do I need a sell sheet? I mean, what's the best thing I can do to help you make a good decision to take my idea?
Yeah, I love that question, because people have come to me with, 30-page presentations and business plans, and others have ideas on a napkin. The real simple answer is we just need to get it. And it could be really as simple as a prototype. That's ideal. Certainly further along is fantastic, but hey, here's a prototype I made. This is what the product does. This is the problem, again, that it's solving, or this is why it's better than what's out there. Short little video is terrific. Literally can be 30 to 60 seconds. Don't need more than that. I don't need the whole backstory. A lot of people send in videos too, and about 10 minutes in, we get to what it's actually going to do. So just a piece of advice, get right to it. We get it. We've all been doing this again for years. As far as a patent, absolutely not required. It's terrific if there's one that exists. It's great if a patent was filed, patent pending. But, we're in a fast-paced industry, and very often by the time a patent goes through, we're several years later, and many other people already came out with the same items. So we're more of the fast and first.
Okay. Can I make money?
Yeah, so another good question. Obviously, again, because as a company, we're a licensing company, we don't charge inventors or anyone anything ever. We're not a services company. We're taking on the products. We're putting up all of the investment, all of the money, all of the resources, and so forth. That being said, it means we're going to be super selective. So generally, the concept is the ones that we're selecting, we're doing so because it's met super strict criteria and metrics that we need for us to think that it's going to be huge. So the answer to the question is, usually if we're going forward, it's because we think this is going to be a monster hit, which means the inventor is going to make a lot of money.
I love that. They're going to love that too. Is there one particular product that made the inventor millions?
A lot more than one product. It's funny. I guess I'll call it the old days, which is all of maybe a year ago. But, it used to be products have a life cycle in our space, in the, again, direct response, or what was the seen on TV space, where, 6 to 9 months, it's in everybody's house. They've already seen it. Whoever's going to buy it's going to buy it, and it's kind of done, and then the inventors are on to their next product, or we're on to our next product. That's changing. So there are a lot of techniques and a lot of ways now. Number one, because the customer has become such an important piece of this, and we're really so focused on the customer experience, we have the ability to really build long-term brands. So as an example, Magic Mesh, which is the screened-in door that when you walk through recloses itself with magnets. We have been selling that for 7 years. Seasonal item, obviously. It's a good size season, but it's one of those items that people just keep buying. And the inventor, who literally just came in with a prototype, has made millions in royalties. Again, still making money 7 years later. So we love that one. And then another great example. We're close with one of our partners, Lori Grenier from Shark Tank, who I'm sure everybody knows. We love her, and she brought to us the Simply Fit board, which was an item actually right here. This little, you rotate, you stand on it. I'm not going to do it now, but you get the idea. You stand and you twist, and you're getting a great workout. We worked with her on that. We launched that. It's one of the top items of all time for Shark Tank since the show even started. Another one that's made millions in revenue and made millions for the inventor. So.
Nice. I love you guys. I do. And you have such a great reputation out there, Allstar products, because the industry is a little rough and tough at times. How do you guys have such a great reputation?
Yeah, it is tough. Everybody's looking for the next winner. There's certainly, we've heard stories, or, a lot of inventors have come to us after having been burned, unfortunately. So that's a tough thing. It's really simple. We put relationships first. It's great to have a home run. It's much better to have multiple home runs, and generally inventors that are coming up with good ideas are going to be repeat inventors. So there's nothing more important to us than, honesty and an openness and a transparency with our inventors. So it's funny when I always hear how we're known as the honest people. That's just crazy to me that has to even be a thing and not be standard. But, that's just our culture, always will be.
Thank you for saying that, and thank you for actually being one of those guys and one of those companies. That's really nice. Last question. Inventors do some crazy stuff, right? And what are we doing wrong sometimes? What are you seeing that we could do a little bit better job? What can we do better, or what should we watch out for when we submit an idea to you?
Yeah, it's a few things. The thing that we say this internally too, so it's not just what the inventor can watch out for, but, us trying to take products to market, we run into the same exact question, is never to fall in love with the product. And what I mean by that, I don't mean don't love your own product. Of course, we all do. It's our baby. But at the same time, if tested and the numbers come back telling you that in a certain area, it just doesn't have the demand we were hoping for. And this is a tough thing for us too, because we get vested. Every single one of these that come through, they're our babies. Sometimes you just have to let them go after, testing them as much as possible and move on to the next one. So that's kind of one thing. But the better learning there is it's not always about letting a product go. Sometimes it's just the pitch. We've had items, I'll give you an example. We had an item that was basically a clip to hold bra straps together in the back of if someone had sort of a cut in the back where you would see the straps, it would hide the straps. That was a monster success for us. Initially, because it also helped with cleavage, that was our starting point. And we said, increase your cleavage. And by the way, it also helps with the straps. It was okay. It did all right. We retested it. We flipped the pitch. We started with the hiding, and the secondary pitch was the cleavage. And then that was a home run, took it over the top. So I think the learning there is, it may not always be the pitch you think it is. So one of the beauties that we do in terms of diving in is we are testing just dozens, if not hundreds, of messages from the video, from the headlines, from the target audiences, the demographics, right down to make sure that we have really exhausted every possibility to find a home run. So
if you turn me down, I shouldn't argue about it, basically, or?
No, I won't say that. I won't say that. I'm always interested in a rebuttal. That's how we learn,
So what about putting it out on crowdfunding? I mean, what if I put it out here and there, or if I sell it in a few retailers? Does that help you or hurt you?
From a retail standpoint, really it's I wouldn't recommend doing that first. It's hard enough for an inventor who doesn't have the contacts and the history that we have to get placed in retail. When you are in retail, you want to make sure you have the advertising budget behind it to make it a success. So for that, I'd always recommend holding off on retail. In terms of crowdfunding, I'm a huge fan. I love it. I love to see results. We've had plenty of people bring us items that have raised millions of dollars on the various crowdfunding sites. That being said, I'm well aware that there are other companies out there that keep an eye on those sites that, they're looking for their next best thing. And maybe unlike us, where we're going to actually reach out and call the inventor and work with them, not everybody does that. So it is a risk if you don't have that IP, if you don't have that protection.
Well, Michael, thank you very, very much. We will put your contact information, your direct email,
Absolutely.
Down below. I'm telling everybody now, don't contact me. Contact Michael down below. We'll put it there. And thank you very much for coming on. And hopefully you'll find the next big hit from one of our subscribers.
Yeah, you've been fantastic. And thank you so much as well. I mean, we get a lot of inventors that come in here, but the people that have worked with you, that have read your books, that have taken your courses, they're so qualified and so knowledgeable, and it just really helps. I mean, we even have success examples working directly together. GripGo.
Here with the new GripGo, the most versatile hands-free mount that will instantly grip any phone for safe driving.
One of your proteges came through, and that was one of our biggest hits in the last decade. That was a monster, and there's more in the pipeline. So thank you so much for that as well.
No, thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. And we'll have you back on again.
Absolutely. Anytime.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Stephen Key. And I just want to thank you for watching InventRight TV. We're here to save you time, save you money, and show you how you can bring your products to market through licensing. So please subscribe down below, click on the button, and tell your friends. Thank you.